welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something that feels almost like travel gospel, doesn't it? This constant push for carry-on only.
Oh, absolutely. It's everywhere. Travel forums, blogs, Instagram. That idea that you're somehow not a real traveler unless everything fits in that tiny overhead bin.
Right, like thou shalt not check luggage.
Yeah,
But today we're going to push back on that a bit.
we are. We're diving into a really interesting perspective from Roberta Hill's piece on Wander After 70. It's called We Always Check a Bag. And no, we're not sorry.
Love that title. So our mission here is to unpack why checking a bag might actually be, well, smarter and frankly better for some people.
Yeah, it's about looking beyond just the minimalist hype. We're talking sanity, being prepared, really maximizing the enjoyment of your trip, not just the efficiency.
Okay, so let's start with this whole carry-on cult thing. The narrative is always, don't check, it'll get lost, you'll wait forever, you'll overpack. It's
And
almost fear-driven.
it really is. And look, the fear isn't totally unfounded. Bags can get delayed or lost. Waiting is annoying. But Roberta Hill, she flips it.
How so?
She talks about boarding the plane with, and I love this phrase, smug serenity after checking her bag.
Smug serenity. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, she basically says, we do it because we like it, and it works. Her point is simple. The carry-on way isn't the only way to travel like a pro.
But okay, for someone who has had that nightmare lost bag scenario, smug serenity might sound, well, a bit out of touch.
That's fair. And she does get into the lost luggage aspect later. We'll cover that. But initially, she also points out something practical.
Which is?
Well, she admits they tend to pack, maybe too many necessary accessories. And think about it now. Airlines charge for carry-ons too, often quite a bit.
Right, the fees are creeping up everywhere.
Exactly. So paying to check a bag suddenly doesn't seem so crazy. It might even be, well, sensible, makes that serenity feel less smug and more strategic.
That definitely resonates. And it leads right into what you call the sanity factor, the actual experience of getting on the plane.
Oh, the carry-on struggle is real. Fighting for bin space, that awkward sprint down the aisle.
The shoulder strain trying to hoist the bag up, the death glares, trying to stuff your coat around someone's, I don't know, CPAP machine.
Yeah, it's not exactly a graceful start to a vacation. Roberta's alternative. Check the bag, board calmly, toss a small tote under the seat.
And just relax. Read a book.
Read a book like it's a train ride in 1973, she says. It's about reclaiming that moment.
Okay, let's talk practicalities. Shoes. She nails this one. Shoes happen.
They really do. Trying to cram actual shoes like boots or nice flats into a carry-on along with everything else, it's tough.
I've been there. Ended up with just one pair of slightly too casual sneakers for a whole trip because that's all that fit.
Yeah,
Cobblestone streets demand backups.
exactly. Or you end up with, as she puts it, one sad pair of orthopedics and a crushed spirit. Checking a bag just gives you options. Real shoes, backup shoes.
And then there's weather, which she calls rude.
Which it often is. You can plan the perfect capsule wardrobe, but then boom, unexpected snow in April. Or, sideways rain.
Happens all the time.
With a checked bag, you can actually pack for possibilities. A proper warm jacket, maybe a backup, a scarf that can double as a blanket on the plane. You're genuinely prepared.
Forecasting with flair. I like that. It's not just about survival. It's about comfort.
Right. And speaking of enjoyment, let's talk souvenirs. This is a big one for Roberta.
Ah, yes, the joy of bringing things back. Not smuggling olive oil in our socks.
Or shoving mugs into your bra. She's totally against that. It's about respecting the things you find, those humble treasures.
So how do you manage that if you're checking?
The veteran move. Pack a small, foldable bag inside your checked luggage. Then you have space for those finds.
But for example, what was it, French mustard?
Yeah, 3 jars of French male mustard and a sweater you definitely didn't need. It's part of the fun, not a packing puzzle.
And this ties into another really key point she makes. You're not a pack mule.
Yeah.
Especially for older travelers like herself.
Yes, this is crucial. She's over 65 and she's blunt about it. Hauling your life across terminals, it's just
The
exhausting.
spine is not, thank you.
Not at all. She calls checking a bag senior travel gold. No dragging, no lifting, no trying to change layers in a tiny airplane bathroom like a budget snowman.
The budget snowman image is perfect.
Plus, they enjoy checking in early, dropping the bag, and heading to a lounge. That pre-flight relaxation time is a real perk.
Okay, but we have to address the big fear. Lost luggage. The myth, as she calls it.
Right. She acknowledges it happens, bags get lost. But then she adds, so do wallets, passports, even your dignity on a long layover.
Fair point. It's a risk, but maybe an overblown one.
That's her argument. And she points to improved tracking by airlines, plus the rise of things like AirTags or tiles.
Ah, the digital tracker, so you can see where your bag is yourself.
Often before the airline even knows, that changes the anxiety level significantly.
Okay, so tracking helps. What about prevention?
Well, she recommends strategic planning, direct flights when possible, and always keep essentials, medications, and maybe a change of clothes in your small carry-on or personal item.
That makes sense. Have the immediate necessities covered.
She shares her own massive trip, 86 days around the world. Her luggage was only delayed once, on the very first flight.
Wow, 86 days, 19 planes, and only one delay. That's actually pretty reassuring.
It is, though she does make a funny exception for sacred items, like her specific coffee that stays in the carry-on no matter what.
Priorities. But her core idea here is what? Travel isn't supposed to be miserable.
Exactly. It's not a survival challenge, she insists. It's for enjoyment. Checking a bag gives her the freedom to pack that extra sweater, a third book, even her preferred hairdryer.
The hotel ones are never quite right, are they?
Never. She even mentions mailing a box of stuff home on that world tour for $75. Totally worth it, she felt, for the comfort and souvenirs.
So it's a different mindset, arriving wrinkle-free, well-shod and ready,
Versus chasing that 22-liter glory, as she puts it. It's just a more relaxed, prepared way to arrive.
Okay, this is interesting. She even argues checking a bag can save time. That feels counterintuitive.
It does at first, but think about it. It's time not spent wrestling the bag through security, time not playing overhead bin Tetris.
Time not frantically rearranging your liquids while holding up the line.
Precisely. You check it, you breeze through security more easily, you walk onto the plane unburdened.
And she lists specific cases where it's a clear time saver.
Yeah, things like traveling with medical equipment or mobility aids, winter trips with bulky gear, longer trips, maybe over 2 weeks, where doing laundry isn't feasible.
Or those multi-leg flights where they often make you gate check the carry-on anyway.
Right, that happens all the time. And if you use airport lounges, waiting for your bag at the carousel just feels like part of the relaxing routine, not a stressful wait.
So if you do check, how do you do it smartly to minimize hassle?
Okay, pro tips. 1, use the tech. Airline apps. Definitely use those AirTags or tiles for tracking. Maybe even pick airlines known for quicker baggage handling. Avoid budget terminals if speed is key.
Makes sense. What else?
2, hybrid packing. This seems really popular. Keep your absolute must-haves in your personal item under the seat. Check a reasonably sized suitcase. Maybe share one if you're traveling with someone.
And always pack that foldable tote for shopping finds.
Always. And 3, use airport hacks. Things like global entry or TSA pre-check are huge time savers at security and customs. Drop your bag off early. Use lounge alerts if they have them.
It all points to the idea that there's no single right way right.
Exactly. She really hammers this home. The best strategy isn't just about the destination or how long you're going. It's about you, your travel style, your physical needs, your priorities.
And she had specific advice for older travelers.
Yeah, like consciously choosing to check bags to avoid the strain of overhead bins. Using spinner wheels on luggage, not the 2-wheel kind you drag. Keeping essentials in an underseat bag, not just a purse that might go in the bin. Small things, big impact.
And other travelers agreed with her in the comments, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Someone named Krista mentioned AirTags being a game changer and pointed out that refundable fares often bundle checked bags and seat selection anyway.
So the cost argument shifts again.
And another reader, Jane H., said she's checked bags over 100 times and never lost one permanently. She loves avoiding the boarding hassle. It really challenges that pervasive fear.
Okay, so wrapping this up,
Huh.
the core message seems to be it's a trade-off.
It absolutely is. Comfort versus speed, space versus having everything with you. That graceful rollaway bag versus that smug backpacker vibe.
Right. And you don't have to pick a side forever.
No. Your strategy can change trip to trip, weekend city break, maybe carry-on works, 2 weeks in varying climates with plans to shop. Checking might be way better.
So it really comes down to the listener, to you tuning in. How do you usually handle it? Are you team carry-on, speed above all?
Or team check in and relax, comfort first? Or does it depend entirely on the trip, the destination, the shoes you want to bring?
Or maybe you're the diplomat, one checked bag per couple.
Ultimately, what Roberta's piece and this whole discussion highlights is that the right way is personal. It's adaptable. It's not about following some rigid rule.
It's about making travel work best for you, optimizing for your own enjoyment and comfort, not just checking a box for efficiency.
Precisely. Forget the dogma. Think about the actual experience.
So here's something to think about for your next trip.
Yeah.
What comforts, what conveniences might you be missing out on by sticking rigidly to one packing style? How could maybe checking a bag or trying a hybrid approach actually make your next journey even better?